Hi, I'm Victor Vogel. Thanks for joining me. I want to take a moment and cover something that I saw on social media. It had to do with trying to describe what makes businesses work, what makes them tick. And the only reason I'm doing this is not to say the publisher was wrong of the post, but it speaks to the idea that when you use a meme and you're trying to describe a process, make sure you really clearly have thought it through before you put it on there because you may be providing misinformation and really not even intending to do that. What happened was this person was talking about the importance of systems and employees. He called them people, or she called them people, and whoever posted it. And the other one was leadership. So you had employees or people and leadership and systems. And they used a three-legged stool. This isn't the meme, but it was similar. Uh, and what they were trying to say is each of these areas is important, and they are absolutely correct about that. If you're going to run a good, effective business, all three of these areas you need to master and be good at, and that's the quality of your systems, people or employees to drive the business with you, and leadership to oversee and ensure things are going right. So, absolutely, you should be doing that. But there is a dilemma with this particular meme and this particular approach to describing it. And that is, it basically represents that if you removed one of those legs, those businesses would crumble and fall. They would stop existing. And fundamentally, that's just not the way it works. Uh, is it ideal? That would be an ideal way to look at it, but it isn't the way it really works. So the meme is probably providing information that's not necessarily true, but not purposefully put out there for that reason. So it's not disinformation. I think it borders on misinformation. And the reason that's not true is the fact is if you're talking about a business, um, you could in fact be talking about a small business. In fact, 99% of the businesses registered in America are small businesses. Vast majority of those have less than 20 employees. Some just have one. If you think about all the people that are trying to be entrepreneurs and simply do something at their computer and work from home as contractors and consider themselves as contractors, that is a one person small business. You do not need employees. So, if that's the case, you look back at this particular representation of a meme, it doesn't play out because we could take the people or the employees' legs off of that. You're the leader, you have the systems, but you still are effective in your business. And that could be true whether you're building a SEO consulting and contracting business online, or whether you're a baker and you bake early in the morning, you get there at 10 o'clock, you open the doors and you don't need anybody in the back. You go get the food, you go get the donuts. In fact, most all of them are out in the case. You sell them all, and when you're done selling them all, you clean up, you go home. You're a one person business. You don't need employees. And in some cases, if you're doing that out of a shoebox, you don't even need many systems. If there is a system, you probably aren't aware of it in that case. And you would still have a business. Why is that? Well, the people concept was pretty good. I don't think they put employees, I think they put people. And if you look at it from that perspective, you may be looking at your business a little differently. When you create a business, a small business, you usually have a purpose for that business. And just about every business I know, even the ones that have grown into monoliths, Amazon, Walmart, insurance companies, banks, name it, they all had a basic purpose for why they started their business. And that purpose was a basic need that people, the customers, who, by the way, are people, have that need. And you provide that need for them. And you, as a person or people, are working with your customers who are people. And perhaps you have a business that's different than the bakery. Perhaps you have a small restaurant. You hire 20 people. You have some cooks and some people that are prep back there, and dishwashers and servers and greeters. And you could open your restaurant at 10 and close it at 10, and a 12-hour shift's not unreasonable nowadays. And you would therefore have you and your people, and you may not have a system per se set up, although most likely you do for that business. But guess what? You chose what that system is. You decided what that system would be. It wasn't the system that is important, it is the purpose it serves your goal or need, which is the purpose you have of serving your customers. That system is a secondary process. It's not a necessity. If you had a really bad system, but you had absolutely terrific people running your business with you, you would probably still be successful in doing that. And so when you think about that, when you think about systems, because everybody's hung up on systems, how does that system get in here? Systems are created by people. They designed the system. They designed the system probably based on that need that you have stipulated that you need in order to run your business. So you designed it, you selected it. If it happens to be a pre-established pay system and a cash control or finance system, you may not have any systems for how you manage your people. Most of them may be part time, and you don't need a massive benefit system. I, so you literally could do without a significant system and be successful in your business. You could do it without having employees. So there's two legs right there we could eliminate. One leg we can eliminate, and why I think leadership is critical to business, is the leadership. Because if you're an owner, you're a leader. You're directing yourself, etc. If you happen to hire a few extra people, you're controlling where they're going and what they're doing and how they're doing it. And you set the tone, you set the trend, you set the purpose. That is the leadership's role. Well, as we see it today, you're actually creating a community. You're creating a community of people, customers, employees, yourself, vendors, third party people that come in that are 3 tiers away from you that count on your business every day. So, one of the dilemmas of not returning back to work for metropolitan people who built all these small businesses around offices, coffee shops, bakeries, parking lots, a whole bunch of small businesses are impacted by people not coming back to work. But the people coming back to work are thinking of it from a functional, self sacrificing scenario, almost a selfish scenario, so to speak. They don't think about the other people they're impacting by not coming back to work. It's primarily them. And that's not to criticize them. I understand why they're doing that. There is something where all of those needs of all of those people together, when you put them together, you could come up with something that works, that makes it all okay. It blends the workers' needs. It blends those third party, secondary, tertiary groups of people that are around your business that were counting on you, plus you as a business owner, plus your customers. It takes work. That's the difference between a Renaissance leader dealing with what's going to be happening in the future that's caused by these quote systems issues that keep popping up on us all the time. It's because we're trying to solve it from that perspective and not from what the real purpose of why we exist as a business. It's not systems. It is purpose of finding something that provides uh, a service or a product that is needed by other people. That's the primary reason we're in business. I just about everything, whether you fly, whether you have health insurance, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a restaurant owner, whether you're a retailer, whether you're a law enforcement officer, anything is really premised around servicing the need of other people. And we lose track of the people side of the business. Renaissance thinkers are thinking about how we invest in our humanity as we build our business as leaders. We think about inside an organization not just being someone who directs and controls the function, but how do we build that whole organization? How can we contribute to the whole community of that organization, which in turn contributes to so many more, the customer, all those other people that are counting on you that built their businesses around your business. And systems, yeah, AI can impact systems, but I did a little experiment. Let me share this with you. This is what happened when I was talking about, okay, what is the best system I should have? Let's let AI help us create that. So, here we are in this process of AI. This is Google's Gemini. And if we issued the command, create a new system from a blank piece of paper, and this is our prompt. We want a brand new idea, a brand new system from nothing. Here's what we get. I'd love to help you create a new system, but I need some more information first. Ladies and gentlemen, it can't find that information. So let's search ourselves. So we'll say, search yourself for information. Unfortunately, while I have access to and can process information from the real world through Google search, I cannot directly search myself for specific information. Ladies and gentlemen, that in fact is why organizations are people and not systems. People create systems. So there you have it. So my purpose here wasn't to criticize whoever made that post. It was to alert people, though, when you're thinking about helping individuals. Why are you posting? Why are you posting something? There needs to be a clear purpose, and then make sure that when you post that, that you're providing something of value. If you're just posting something to get a like and to keep trying to get, I have no idea why people like what I do or don't do. In fact, my my pure preference is if you like something I do, put a comment down there and tell me why. If you hate something I do, put a comment down there and tell me why. I feel more comfortable getting that kind of feedback than I do a like. The like says nothing to me about what is good or bad about what I've done. It is an inappropriate feedback, ladies and gentlemen. Likes are not good feedback. I don't even probably know anything about you. I mean, I could have 100, I could have 500 likes across her. Crying out loud, I don't know any of you. I have no idea from those likes other than you like it, but I have no idea what you mean by that. Absolutely none. So this is what social media is kind of doing to the communication process. Now, there's a lot that's doing good, and we got to rectify how to make all this fit together. But one of the things we can do is slow down when you're throwing out a meme and think about it, because I've shown you here why that particular representation isn't true. It's just not true. You can have businesses that will function, and some of them function pretty well without one or the other of those legs that were on that stool. So think about it before you post it. And if you really care about somebody, take it. I mean, they've taken the time. This person took the time to write that post. I'm taking the time to tell you what I think about the post and why it won't work. It doesn't mean that person's not a good business person. It just means that was the wrong way of trying to describe what I know what they were trying to say, I think, and that is all of this, if you combine it together, makes the most appropriately positive approach to business. And it is. It's correcting from that standpoint. But think about it. It doesn't make sense to post something that doesn't really describe it accurately. So please take some time to think about your memes. And if you're going to say something about the meme, don't just like it. The person took some time to put this together. They put some energy into thinking it, but they have a feeling about it. They deserve to hear from you how you feel about it, good or bad. Now, if you're going to say something critiquing that, not criticizing it, because we're not interested in criticizing the person. But if you're going to critique it, give some feedback why and why you think it would be better if you did this or that. So, Renaissance people, Renaissance leaders of the future, which was my purpose for kind of taking us down this path are going to be thinking differently than leaders have been trained up to this point. And we are trying to take a new approach to developing leaders so they can start doing these kinds of things, the kinds of things that make you think through and maybe alter how you're approaching so it becomes more effective and people can feel more confident about who you are and what's going on with you. So, thanks for watching this. I appreciate it. Again, I'm not critiquing this individual. I am critiquing the whole concept because that's just one individual. I could probably do this with tons of memes that I've read over the last few months or year. Uh, on just about any social medium you want, and including ones you only have 7 seconds or 15 seconds to watch. So there's a lot of communication issues with social media, and it's impacting a lot of effectiveness of us as people and our ability to do things better and also to learn from each other and grow. So I hope you take this to heart. Thanks a lot for watching.